Alright y'all, so last year I made a video about MEWTWO Strikes Back. However, YouTube decided to strike harder and hit me with the ban hammer. But since then, I've gotten back into making movie videos lately, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get this one back. But I ain't doing none of that certified dog nonsense, that was kind of corny. But anyway, we're back, but better. I don't own this footage, let's go! Also, on the day of recording this, it is my birthday. Your boy just officially turned 18, so you know, nothing really. I feel pretty much the same. So yeah, let's get into this. Alright y'all, so the movie starts with MEWTWO being experimented on until he broke the test tube. The scientists were ecstatic that they were able to pull this off and basically told him that he was a lab experiment. So MEWTWO was like, alright, bet, I'ma just find Mew and beat his ass. So he blows up the spot with the Dragon Balls he got for hands, killing everyone in it. Not even 5 minutes into the movie and bro got like 9 bodies already. That's crazy. Hold on, peep the stance real quick. This might be the thumbnail, not gonna lie. Giovanni pulled up in his helicopter and pretty much lied his ass off talking about some, I see you as a valuable partner. Come play for me and we'll go crazy. Yeah, spoiler, he was lying. Giovanni put him in this metal suit to suppress his power and made him do a bunch of stuff. Then when MEWTWO was having another morality crisis, Giovanni said, "If you're gonna be my bitch, you have to be obedient." What? And now he wants to kill everybody. Just a normal Tuesday. Now we cut to Ash and him about to grub down, but apparently he got motion around here because a trainer was looking for him to have a Pokemon battle. I find it hard to believe that this Ash has motion considering 6 of his badges are Mickey as hell, but whatever I guess. One remix theme song and Pikachu doing Pikachu things later, Ash can finally eat lunch. A Dragonite was sent to give an invitation to Ash and the gang for a party on New Island. They all decided to go, then the Dragonite left but was stopped by a frying pan. Dude, you move over 1,500 miles an hour. How are you getting stopped by a frying pan? The gang arrived at the dock, but the ferry was cancelled due to the storm. But some trainers did not listen to that warning and went anyway. Team Rocket pull up in a Viking disguise to get everyone to New Island, but they get overtaken by a wave immediately. So now everyone's riding their Pokemon and they're low-key moving. Hold on, Squirtle putting in work. And Staryu too, I guess. The group make it to New Island and Brock recognizes that the lady that sent them the invitation is the Nurse Joy that went missing. But she was like, nah B, that ain't me. And takes him to the dining room where the other trainers were. Now you might be thinking, there's 3 trainers. Where's the 4th? The 4th in question. Yeah, she's dead. Didn't make it, you know. Sucks, you know, people die every day. Everyone introduces their Pokemon and hold on. This dude specifically said that his entire team was water types. So why do I have a Nidoqueen on my screen right now? That is nowhere near a water type. You not Slick Elm. And who the hell is you? Where are your eyes at? Nah, forget that. I should be asking you that question. Hold on, is that Astro Boy short ass? Alright, let me stop because this is about to piss me off. Anyway, MEWTWO makes his aura-filled entrance. Bro's been doing that the whole movie. And everybody's confused. Introducing the world's strongest Pokemon, MEWTWO. No way a Pokemon can be a Pokemon master. Who's to say I won't whoop him right now? Shut up, fat ass. I make the calls around here. And I'm saying, y'all can't go band for band with me. Say no more. Gyarados, Hyper Beam. MEWTWO released Nurse Joy. Meanwhile, underground, Team Rocket discovered MEWTWO's cloning machines and it's revealed that he wants to clone every Pokemon. MEWTWO was going on about how humans brought him into the world just to be his slave, blah blah blah, but he kept saying you and your, like they were the ones who did it. Bro, they didn't even know you existed until now. What you saying you for? Looking at me like I did it. You don't get your lab experiment ass out of here. Anyway, you'd think that MEWTWO wants to kill humans to save Pokemon. Nope. Cause he said out his mouth or head that he wasn't gonna spare their Pokemon because they chose to be with humans. I guess freedom of choice isn't a thing with this guy. Pikachu tried to reason with MEWTWO, but he wasn't having none of that and sent his ass away. Then this guy was like, if you're a Pokemon, then I should be able to catch you. Buddy? Nah. Now that I think about it, Ash's longevity is crazy. He been a trainer so long, he met Go's dad and Go. Nah, I'm playing. MEWTWO showed off his starter clones, then revealed a battlefield. Ash sent out his Charizard and he immediately started shooting. But notice how MEWTWO ain't do nothing to him. Cause ain't no swinging on a real shooter. Holy stretch, Charizard does not like that. They go to the battlefield and run the gauntlet. First was Venusaur versus Venusaur, and the clone Venusaur deflected Razor Leaf, then sent Venusaur back to the opposing wall for a touchback. Next was Blastoise, and the clone Blastoise used Rapid Spin, powering through Hydro Pump, also sending Blastoise about 50 feet back. Misty tried to tell Ash to back down, but despite her warning and watching the other two Pokemon get rocked, he's like, I got a chance. This man need to have animal control called on him at this point. What are we doing, Ash? Charizard used Flamethrower, but the clone Charizard did his ass bad. Gave him CTE, gut checked him, dodged every attack, sniped him in the air, grabbed him, and did his signature Yam Time on him. Look at the dent he left, bro. He just made Dusty Divot. Because they all lost, Mewtwo stole their Pokemon to clone them. But it wasn't just those Pokemon. It was every Pokemon. Everyone's getting snatched up left, right, and center. They couldn't even put them back in their Pokeballs because if they did, Mewtwo's Pokeballs would just take those balls and fly away with the balls. Ash is trying his hardest to save Pikachu. Bro taking balls to the back. Okay, that was a little uncalled for. Pikachu's worn out from running so much and he almost falls to his death, so Ash does the same thing, but the ball got to Pikachu before he did. Ash is now locked onto this ball. He chased it into this pathway underground, ran through the machine, and starts tussling with the arms. He bit one of them. Yo, get you a friend that will slide for you like Ash. After pretty much breaking the cloning device, the clones start to hatch and make their way to the battlefield, but also the real Pokemon were set free from capture. Mewtwo was about to set everyone free, but Ash busted through that wall already, but he was walking up unfazed, big dick energy. He turned his hat back and said, "You're mine." So you know he about to do something stupid. That thing like an on and off switch, bro. He turns it back, he stops thinking. He ran up to Mewtwo and tried to punch him. Bro saw Pokemon didn't work and said, nah, I'll do it myself. This man is crazy. But what's crazier is that he tried it again. Who does he think he is? This time Mewtwo sent him to the top of the tower. Then Mew caught him and was like, yo, what's going on? Mew wasn't taking nothing serious, but Mewtwo was trying to get his get back on someone he doesn't know. Like, this gotta be the most one-sided beef I've ever witnessed. Mewtwo kept shooting balls at Mew, but Mew just kept dodging them and laughing. I finally get to meet you, Mew. I may be your clone, but I am superior to you. What is you yapping about? I don't know you. Mew and Mewtwo start fighting, but it wasn't really that much of a fight because Mew's just playing around. Mewtwo landed a Shadow Ball, sending Mew to the freaking stratosphere, but Mew sent that joint right back. Double power, boom! Mew tried to tell Mewtwo to chill out, but he didn't care and almost killed Ash in the process. Then he was like, you want to throw hands? Let's throw hands! So now the Pokemon and their clones are having an all-out brawl with Ash staring over it in distress. Blastoise gets pinned to the wall, then threw a nasty 1-2 followed by an uppercut. The Charizard were headbutting each other until Ash's Charizard said, "Beak!" Left an imprint on that man. Hitmonlee decided to put dick to face. The Bulbasaur ran into each other, but one of them flipped the other over. Squirtle's channeling his inner V-Block, then said, on the ground, slam! All this while the Mews are fighting. Ash is trying not to die to fall damage, and Pikachu's getting clipped by his clone. Why are Charizard and Squirtle the only one of Ash's Pokemon doing something? Anyway, this is going on way too long and everyone's just on the sidelines watching. Like, why are y'all just being NPCs? If I was in the situation, I would have called my Pokemon back and got the hell up out of there. Because clearly Mewtwo's too occupied to worry about what I'm doing. Ash is still climbing down the palace while Pikachu is getting pressed by his clone. Hey, me personally, if my clone was pressing me like that, I'm putting him 6 feet under. But I understand, peace over violence. Unless it's fiction. If you don't overload his wattage or something, dog. Now the Pokemon were damn near fighting to the death. Mew and Mewtwo ain't letting up, and before I show y'all the dumbassery that takes place next, let me ask y'all something. If y'all were in the vicinity of this whole thing and saw these two charging up like Goku and Vegeta on a regular Wednesday, would you A, grab your Pokemon and skedaddle, B, run in the middle of it and try to play peacemaker, or C, accept your fate because you know damn well you're not seeing tomorrow? Well, I'll tell you what Ash did. That man said, word of the day, B. Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air. Okay, so Ash is dead. Damn, second time this month is crazy. Pikachu tried to wake him up, but unfortunately, this is the one time Pikachu can't shock rocks. This made everyone realize that violence isn't the answer. Then the tears from all the Pokemon, including their clones, but more specifically Pikachu, but even more specifically Charizard, I thought you didn't like the guy. Anyway, everyone's tears manifested into Ash, I guess, and brought him back. So he's alive again. Yay! Wonder how many times that's gonna happen. Mewtwo finally realized the error of his ways, and Mew was like, I told you so. So Mewtwo took the clones and dipped. But before he did that, he pretty much just rewinded time. Not only did Mewtwo erase everyone's memories, but he sent them back to the dock. Then the movie ends with the storm passing over and Ash and the gang continuing on their journey. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day or night whenever you're watching this, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.